Hello, Sagittarius. How are you guys doing? You guys are being guided by the Moth spirit this week, so there is quite important messages that come through when this comes up, so pay attention. And if you do see any Moths this week, this could be confirmation that this reading, there might be something in this reading for you, okay? When the Moth spirit comes through, you might be a little bit attracted to new and shiny things, and it might get you to kind of leave things unfinished. Okay, if you have the tendency, I'm speaking to a Sagittarius, that is your stereotype, right? That have a lot of ideas and to be always bouncing around and never really finishing any project. Let's prove the naysayers wrong. Let's say that, like, let's not do the stereotype this week, because with the Moth, as you've all heard, maybe the moth to a flame saying, it's like, just because something is shiny and bright doesn't always mean that it's something good, okay? Because it might be a flame, you might get burnt. So just be aware of anything that comes in that is really amazing. I would just say calm down a little bit with this comes up, because it might not be as it seems. The grass might not always be greener on the other side. And when I'm saying that, I don't feel like your situation is great. I'm saying that, like, we might feel like our happiness is always in the future, and you're always thinking, when I do this, I'm then gonna have happiness, or when I have this, I'm then gonna have success. What's important, and then you end up always changing, and never really being stable. And if that resonates with you, what I would say with that is, like, try find things to enjoy where you are right now. Okay, and create happiness today, and even if it's a small amount, trust me, things do compound over time. So, like, if you're doing something today that brings you joy, do it again tomorrow, or do something different tomorrow. I don't know, it's like, instead of seeing it always as something that's outside of what you're doing. I'm not sure what I'm trying to get to add to you, and I hope it makes sense to somebody out there. The grass may not always be greener on the other side, and what I mean by that is, usually you feel like your future is always, only when I do this will I have this. Try to find that today, whatever that means to you. Let's carry on with the rest of your reading, okay? So let's have a little look and see, okay? So let's put the Moth here. Let's grab out some more cards for you. For my lovely Sagittarians out there, please, Spirit, let's see. Flexible. Yeah, you're being called to be flexible at this time. Alrighty. And by the way, the Moth spirit also says that not everything is going to be easy in life, and there is never really an easy path. Sure, there are easier paths, but if you're looking for something that is perfect and amazing and kind of like something that is, I don't know, like maybe you're looking for a version of yourself that's flawless, or a life where you're never going to be, upset or angry at anything. But it's like, of course we can all better ourselves, but life will always have trials and tribulations, right? So it's almost like, do not have like kind of unrealistic expectations. I'm not saying to not dream big. I'm a strong believer that you can have so much success and joy in life, but there's always going to be something, right? So I don't know. That's just the message I'm getting with that. Now you have flexible. So Spirit's asking for your flexibility at this time. Bend with the wind. Do not be rigid. And I want to say, is it, what's the word? Hard-headed is something I would say with this, because you will have what it is that you desire at the end of the day. And again, I'm speaking very generally, very vague, because I don't know what's going on in your life, but these messages are still just as important. The egg represents your goal. You will have what it is that you desire at the end of the day, but the way that it happens might be different from your expectations. So that's why they're saying here, instead of just giving up on something, or whatever the Moth is representing to you, on something that looks better and it's just easier, be flexible at this time, because the universe is helping something happen. There might be a lot of changes going on around you, and it's asking for your flexibility on the timing of something, on the way that it happens. The goal will be the same, and if that's all you care about, then this might be good for you. But it's just like, just bend with the wind. All right, let's see what else comes through though for you with this combination. This does sometimes come through when your external life is changing. So whether that is changing jobs, changing home, you're moving, your social group is changing. Let's see for Sagittarius. Sacral chakra, your second chakra here, Archangel Ariel. So this is all about your desires and your feelings. There could be some blockages here. Interesting. So if anyone has any great information about your sacral chakra, then it's a good time to put it in the chat. All right, but let's see what other cards come out for you guys. So whenever chakra cards come through like this, it does usually mean that there is an obstacle here or something that we need to be mindful of this week. So definitely look into it. You have release, something that you have to release this week. All right, to let go of. That can be blame from yourself or others. You have creation, which is a lovely card. You have the right to create whatever it is that you desire. Second chakra aligns here. Let's see one more. Look at all these gray cards. The gray ones, I guess, are not really chakra cards. I guess they're just overall, there is actually a reason why they're gray, but I don't remember. So if anyone has a deck, again, great time to put it in the chat. So release, creation, rejection. Some of you do fear the opinions of others, and maybe there has been some rejection and judgments here. Again, be flexible. Spirit really is saying that things are going to work out in the end, but it's like you're going to have to try and like work with the universe a little bit here. So you could be worried about people's opinions. This is not the time, all right, to allow other people's judgments or opinions of you or what it is that you're trying to create to get in the way of your creativity, because you have creation right in the middle of these cards here. So your creation is important, and Spirit does want you to create this week. So whether it's a new idea, a job, a business that you're trying to do, whether it's like an actual hobby you're trying to do and get into, I don't know what it is, a talent, something that you're creating, keep going with it. Is there something that we can take from rejection? Is it something that we can learn? Because that's a positive silver lining of it. All right, but do not allow it to block you. And you have release, so stop blaming yourself. It's a good time to stop blaming others too, so you can really move on and leave the graveyard alone. So this kind of comes in as memories. All right, you guys could be kind of really thinking a lot about different memories. Maybe the release is whatever this darkness is that you're trying to run from, but it could be really within. It could be a subconscious thing that might need your attention. But let's see the rest of the cards, because again, I'm still not picking up on what this is going on in your life. Just a lot of messages at the moment. So let's see. For my lovely Sagittarians out there, you have now. It's time to act. Just do it. Stop hesitating. Let's see what that's about. Express love. And express yourself. Express love and express yourself. Those are beautiful, right? A lot of expression. And guess what that's in? It's in your creation. Okay, so they're really guiding you to make sure that you are creating at this time. All right, let's show you. So you have now. It's a really good time to act now. Now this is coming up underneath release, so maybe that's something that they're guiding you to do right now. Just do it. Stop hesitating. Underneath creation, you have express love. This says act with love. Show how loving you are. Let go of ego and choose love. Okay, so maybe this is putting love into what you're creating, or maybe this is just something that they're asking for you to express at this time, your feelings. Okay, it's interesting how I said let go of ego. I wonder how it will come up in your tarot cards. Then you have express yourself. Communication is key. Talk about it. Reach out. By the way, if you get rejected from something, it's a good time to be flexible, not rigid. And I feel like what that means is also seeing the gray area, which is also very interesting, because look, this is all the gray area. Things are not always black and white. Things are not always amazing, perfect, and imperfect and horrible. Like there is a silver lining, or I guess a gray blurred area coming through here. Sorry, Spirit's speaking to me in metaphors and weird imagery, so it's hard to come through in a reading like this, but just bear with. So you're in the gray zone, which I guess is not a bad thing. I think that's what you're having to be flexible about. So if there has been any rejection, it's a really good time to ask why. Be open to opinions, okay? You don't have to believe them strongly, and it doesn't even need to resonate with you. But if there is something that you can learn from that goes, okay, actually, maybe that is right. Maybe I can do that. Then that could be also awesome for you. Like I feel like there is something there that might help you. And also express yourself. If you feel like you've been wrongfully rejected from something, don't be afraid to rebuke it. You do not have to accept something here. Like, yeah, it's interesting. Right. Anyway, let's see what else comes through for you guys for this week. Okay. Let's grab you out some tarot cards. Your reading's an interesting one. I have to say that. Right. For Sagittarius, please let's get some cards out for them. The Star, so all about healing and vulnerability. There is something that you are healing from this week. Could again be the past, blame, anything for Sagittarius this week. The Moon and the Eight of Swords. Look at how they came up together here. Both of these really do speak about feeling a bit trapped in your mind. A lot of this can be subconscious fears. The Eight of Swords feels like you're trapped in a situation and maybe trapped in this moon energy, so illusion, a lot of deep feelings and emotions, and that might be why the second chakra is here. It's a really good time to dive deep into maybe how you're feeling and why, because it might be able to tell you about something that maybe you need to heal from or free yourself from. Okay, Eight of Swords always comes through with a message here to take the blindfold off, to get out of your headspace, and to find, instead of seeing a problem based mindset, try to find a solution based mindset and look at what's around you. And the reason why I say that, and with this combination, could be a little bit of illusion going on in the mind here, so just pay attention to it. Okay, the Eight of Swords is feeling trapped, but by the way, it makes sense because there could be a lot of chaos going on around you at the moment, and that's where the saying be flexible. Okay, don't just accept things if people are lying or deceiving you or hiding things from you. Okay, it's a really good time to kind of research yourself this week. But anyway, Eight of Swords, feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling overwhelmed, feeling anxious, all sorts of things come through when you feel stuck, right, in terms of feelings. But she has her hands free, and it's time to take the blindfold off, really look at the situation. And if something is really uncomfortable, it's time to find a way out, right? Of course, easier said than done. I don't know your situation. I'm speaking very generally here. Flexible. Maybe this is not the way that you want to have to deal with something, right? But it's, at the end of the day, we don't always get that thing that we want. I don't know what it's saying here, right? Eight of Swords. Free yourself from your mind. Free yourself from these subconscious fears. Try to find an understanding about maybe why you're feeling this way. What in your life made you feel this way? Okay? Helpless, hopeless, stuck. Because in this situation with the Moon and the Star here, as I'll show you, there is some healing that can be involved here. And the Star card is really about vulnerability. She's naked. I just drawn a nice little bikini top on her, but she's completely naked in this card, and what it represents is vulnerability, deep vulnerability, and only then is she able to really heal things. Why? Because she's looking at it. So for a lot of you, this can help with some sort of healing. Okay, but I'm probably going to clarify through your reading, to be honest with you, because I have no idea what exactly you're going through at the moment. Hierophant, all right, could be some really cool commitments because it's coming up with the Star card. If you're in a relationship or dealing with somebody, this could be a really good positive card for that. You might be healing a connection or really learning and growing together, and this is going to lead towards higher commitment here, so taking things to the next level in any way. For some of you though, this is really about you're like kind of connecting to your beliefs. The Star card again being about healing and wish fulfillment and success. The Hierophant being about committing to something very strongly. And it doesn't just have to be marriage. It is a card of marriage, but it's also really about your commitment to something is very important. So your commitment to healing, your commitment to whatever, vulnerability, opening up, expressing yourself, being your unique self is Aquarius energy as well. So all of this is saying that you're very unique, very charitable even as well. I don't know, like it's interesting. Maybe it's a good time to give back to the universe, but it can also be a good contract coming through for you guys as well, because the Star card being about wish fulfillment, this being about commitments can also be contracts. I don't know why I always see it as that, but it just is what it is. We could be getting keys to the home or something, or a key can represent opening new doors. All right, let's see what else for us. Sagittarius, please, Spirit. The King of Cups with the Moon. So for a lot of you, really is about finding balance in your feelings, because the King of Cups, this could definitely be a love interest coming into your life, by the way. All right, for some of you, unless they're around already. But the King of Cups he represents somebody who is very emotionally intelligent. Okay, he does not allow the waves and the kind of storm in the background to knock him off this rock. Rocks represent stability, right? Being grounded. Okay, being strong. So he's up on his rock and there's a lot of water kind of crashing around him, which represents his feelings and emotions, but he does not let that get to him. So with the Moon, the King of Cups, I would say it's a really good time to react responsibly within this week, especially if there's a lot of weird stuff going on around you, because the Moon feels like it's the chaos going on around you. You're being called to be flexible with this. That could be again why you feel stuck here, because There could be a lot of noise around you, things testing you emotionally. Again, a good time to dive deep into your feelings. All right, subconscious beliefs as well. All right, let's get you one more. The Eight of Wands. This is gorgeous because with the second chakra, when you really kind of process your feelings, I really feel like with the Eight of Wands, there's a lot of rapid speed and movement happening in your life after this. It's a really good card of moving in the right direction. In fact, you have 2 eights here, which is a very interesting thing because I see eights, it's like, you know, the infinity sign also showing up on the Magician and stuff like that. But it, to me, it represents it's change like the number 5, but it's not the changes that kind of forcefully happen. It's changes that you create based on your actions, right? Actions have consequences. And number 8, what goes around comes around. So with the 8 of Swords, you know, instead of feeling stuck and a need to escape, okay, and feeling, I don't know what this is to you, and I'm going to clarify because it could be internal, external, but that's clearly a stagnant energy, right? And there is a message behind that card. She can be free. She can free herself. She just needs to come out of her head and see that there's a way out of her situation. The 8 of Wands is clearly change happening, and it's fast-paced movement. So it's almost like they want you to do this. It's time to take opportunities. It's time to move forward. Direct your energy in one place. Focus on something. I don't know. I'm going to clarify all this because it's an interesting reading, right? Let's see. Let's go ahead with the star card here for Sagittarius. The 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups represents options. It represents also some confusion and illusion. So this could be something that you are healing from. It could be, again, your feelings and emotions. For a lot of you, it's really about getting clear on a goal. When you get clear on a goal, you are absolutely more able to achieve it. Star card is wish fulfillment, by the way. So it's almost like making decisions and choices on what it is that you desire. Same with flexible too. And also if things are a bit confusing around you, connect with yourself and build stability there, because again, it's so important. Let's go towards the moon. Ace of Swords. So there's absolutely some clarity coming through where things may have been hidden from you. So if you might find out that somebody has been hiding things from you with the moon card, or that people may have been doing things behind your back, because the moon represents the darkness, right? Things that are done in the shadows. So those are coming to light. Can also be, again, your subconscious mind. Those are also in the shadows, right? So Ace of Swords coming through, the power of the mind, getting some clarity or enlightenment about a situation that is breaking through any confusion, illusion, or secrets. All right, so you are going to be discovering something here. The Ace of Swords, very important to mention that it's a victory card, a new beginning. All right, so now that you have clarity, you now know what you need to do moving forward. Okay, let's see what else comes through for you. Let's see with the 8 of Swords. Let's see, why is the 8 of Swords here? The Lovers. So for some of you, it could be a situation in love. A 3 of Wands, kind of looking at the Lovers, right? So for some of you, like, of course, Lovers is not just about love and relationships, it's also about choices. So you might be waiting for something to happen, so waiting for somebody to give you a choice. That's interesting. Or maybe waiting for the perfect time, right? It's interesting because the 8 of Swords, again, feeling stuck and bounded for a lot of you, because we were saying that I didn't like that stuck energy. And the 3 of Wands is also kind of a stuck energy. It's like waiting for something to happen. Again, I would say to free yourself from this. There's another message that comes through with this combination, that a lot of you really kind of feel a bit stuck when it comes down to maybe how you see future relationships or future decision making. For a lot of you, maybe you don't feel powerful enough now, so you're waiting to be in a better state to make better decisions. I don't know. Waiting for maybe somebody to come and save you, or I don't know what it is exactly, but again, I feel like that's also something they're wanting you to release. Some of you do have some fears about future relationships here. I don't know. I just don't really like it. I feel like you have the option to make a decision now. And you do have that now. Look, now, time to act. Stop overthinking. Don't hesitate. Just do it. So freeing yourself. Maybe you already know a truth. What you need to do. Let's see what else comes through with this. The Hierophant. The Queen of Cups. So you have two people here, so there might be some love coming through actually as well for you, which is interesting. I don't know if that's what you're waiting for or waiting to hear back from. I don't know. I actually don't know in your reading, I'm going to be honest, right? The Queen of Cups and the Hierophant. Again, maybe this is about really kind of committing to your feelings and emotions and prioritizing those, okay? Some of you, again, absolutely could be some marriage or love relationships coming through here, but it almost feels like she's surrendering as well in this case. So for a lot of you, I feel like there is this kind of like giving to God in a sense, if you think the Hierophant is kind of teaching others about the words of God, where he is the Hierophant here. So the Queen of Cups feels like you are stepping more into commitment with your faith, and because of that, it feels like you are becoming a lot more grounded. She's on the throne instead of a bit of confused energy, right? King of Cups, the world. There is a new way of being here, which I love. Okay, the world, it could be a new person, all right, coming into your life, a new opportunity, a new offer, a new person who brings you joy, but it can also be a new way of being, like we said. There is some emotional intelligence coming through with the world, and also a new beginning happening too. Eight of Wands with the Three of Pentacles. That's interesting. The Five of Swords, you guys could be letting go of some sort of like collaboration. Ten of Swords is here as well. But that is what's going to help you move forward. It could be a certain friends, the Three of Pentacles. It could even be a plan. The Five of Swords is about kind of like feeling defeated. So there's an element of feeling defeated or having to walk away from something here. People, a group of people. It's not, again, like we said with the Moth, it's like something might not go to plan. So you're looking for the easiest or the best option, and it might be a flame. Remember, you might think, oh, that's a good idea. Maybe to stay stuck in something. We said it was like escapism, but what's interesting is that maybe the problem is the situation that you're in, and the escapism is trying to find, maybe ways to stay, or ways, I don't know, like easier ways. It feels like Spirit's really calling for you to kind of make a very big decision here. Or anyway, Eight of Wands, things are moving very quickly for you in a positive direction. Doesn't mean you have to let go of something though. Yes. Doesn't mean that you can rebuild it somewhere else. Yes, as well. All right. So Three of Pentacles being reversed, failed plan, something didn't work out. Certain people in your life are just they're not very good at teamwork with you, not including you, whatever it is, certain friends, whatever it is. All right. Maybe even a talking stage with somebody. I'm not sure. Five of Swords, let it go. Let's move forward. Don't be your own blockage here. I'm going to clarify the Moth because I really need to understand this reading a bit better for you guys. So let's see. Why is the Moth here to guide Sagittarius this week? The Nine of Wands, because it's wanting you to kind of put up a little bit of boundaries here with the Nine of Wands. It's about kind of feeling it's about being more cautious, I guess. The Nine of Wands is a wounded warrior, right? So somebody who's been through a lot of stuff, which I have no doubt that you have. So you have strength within you. You are a warrior, but I feel like, yeah, it's about, as you can see in this card, she's kind of on the other side of the fence, and she's almost like kind of staring at us here like, am I going to cross this line to go there? I don't know. It's about kind of being a little bit more discerning about opportunities that come your way and whether it's good enough for you. All right. Interesting. Now, what other things can I get out of this stuff? Because I'm going to leave this here. I'm not going to end it. I probably am going to clarify a few more things. But it's like somebody needs to hear some messages. I'm not super clear. That happens sometimes during readings. And if you're unsure too, then it's not your reading. Because somebody might need to hear some of the things that I say. All right, let's see what else. Flexible. What does Sagittarius need to be flexible in? Three of Swords. Your heartache and pain. Your heart seems to be tied up to a lot of different things at the moment. And again, I feel like there might be some rejection coming through, and they're asking you to be flexible. Like, don't let this get to you. These little rejections here, or things changing in your life, whatever this heartache and pain is, again, you're going to get what you want out of the situation, but the way that it happens might be different. It might be, again, trials, tribulations along the way. All right. That's why I'd really say it's a really good time to focus on yourself and your healing at the moment and your feelings. Let's look at the second chakra here. Why is this here? Look at this. When you bring balance, your card Temperance is here. You're finding stability in your feelings. All right, he's balancing the moon and the sun here. So subconscious and the conscious mind might be coming into balance here. So your deepest desires might be coming to the surface here, and you're able to let them shine bright. Some of you have been like suppressing yourself a lot. The Nine of Pentacles is also about financial freedom. Maybe that's something that you desire. We have a dove bird here. It's peace, balance, harmony in your life. So by the way, when the second chakra comes through, these might be your desires, but it's also saying that maybe there is something that's blocking these from coming into manifestation in your life. So it's a really good idea to think about what that might be. And again, with the Ace of Swords and the moon, you are figuring out what might be the blockage here, so that you can really be in alignment to financial freedom, independence, whatever it is, stability in your life. It's important. What has caused the Three of Swords? Can I ask that? Seven of Pentacles, reverse and release. Again, something that you've worked really hard on, or something you put a lot of time and energy towards, might not be paying out for you, and that's something to release. It makes sense with the Eight of Wands. What Spirit seems to be guiding you towards is wherever this is, and whatever this is really letting go of a bunch of people. Sorry, you can't see. Let me put it like that. Could be 3 people, could be 2 people, whatever it is. Five of Swords. You might feel a bit defeated after this because it does not feel like that's the way that you wanted things to unfold. All right, but again, the Eight of Wands is like moving in the right direction now. So when you do that, things get better, but it's hard, right? Three of Swords. Some of you might need to change the person that you're with, for example. Seven of Pentacles, you're not getting anything back out of this. Somebody's not putting any effort into it. Nobody's changing here. If that's what you're desiring, if it's a job situation, they're not going to give back to you no matter how hard you work. Like, it's one of those situations, like whatever it is, the plan that you may have had might need to change, all right, which may mean a lot more effort from you or big decisions from you. Like we said over here, the Three of Wands with the Lovers, you might be waiting for the perfect situations to make this decision, but maybe you have to make that decision now to free yourself from something that's clearly getting to you, whatever it is, right? I'm going to clarify the express love. Express love. The Eight of Cups, that's interesting. And I feel like that really is about love for yourself. What I love about this card, and I'm going to show you these together, the Sun and the Eight of Cups, because the Eight of Cups is what you're chasing right now is a very small flame out of all the flames you can have. This flame, whatever it is, feels like light. And the Eight of Swords is here as well. So it kind of makes sense with the energy that you're in currently. It's like that little flame once felt big to this person, but they were going out there to find that even bigger flame, which is in fact the sun. So what you're walking away from by expressing love to yourself, by leaving behind things that just don't serve you emotionally, things that are hurting you, things that are pulling you apart, then you're finding your ultimate happiness, right? Let go of ego. So is there some ego that's making you stay, making you feel stuck? I'm not sure exactly, but in this case, act with love, show how loving you are to yourself. If your first thought was to others, why wasn't you the first one that you thought about? I don't know. It feels like, I don't know. The Eight of Cups is leaving things behind. Even if it's certain habits, routines, it's a really good time to shake things up, to show love to yourself, to express love to yourself, because that's where you find happiness. And I like the moth to the flame. That's so interesting. It kind of circles back all together now. That flame was fire. What you've been chasing is fire. The flame that you're going towards is the sun. And sure, it is a big ball of fire, but the moth will never reach the sun, right? Like physically. What it is bathing in that light, okay? Going towards the sun. Joy, happiness, optimism, success. Whatever something had to give you, yeah, was a flame. Maybe that's what you're realizing though. All right. Interesting. Anyway, I hope this made some success. I hope this made some sense to you. Oh my goodness, what a challenging reading for me. But if it did resonate with you, please let me know, because I'd love to see how it comes up in your life, because I'm confused. But that's fine. Some things are beyond my scope, you know. That's just life. But let me know in the comments if you like and subscribe as well. It helps me out over here and helps me to know that you also enjoyed. If you don't want to comment. But aside from all that, I hope to see you guys next time. All right.